Okay, so we're gonna talk about the fundamentals of mount. So when I mount, we'll start from side control. I always wanna be aware of my trailing leg. So in our side control series, we went cross body side control. Let's just say I threw my leg over for mount, but now look at my trailing leg. See, if I don't pinch my trailing leg to his body, he's gonna grab my pants, turn towards it, and then put my leg into his leg. Yeah, or he can use his hand to make it easier. Use your left hand and just put my leg into his leg. And now I'm back in half guard. Okay, so the theme here is whenever I'm on mount, I have to make sure that I pinch my feet to my teammate's body. So how's that look? Just like this. Okay, so I pinch my feet into the body. Now, if your feet aren't connecting to the body, because size-wise, you want to crisscross your feet behind their bottom and pinch in. Pinch in. Now you can ask your teammate, can you try to move your hips and shrimp? It's very hard. And so this is the first one. The second option is to pinch the feet to the body. Now when I pinch my feet to his body, I'm gonna push myself back into his hips. So now if he tries to move his hips, it's very hard. In other words, if he tries to bump and roll towards the camera, I never wanna stick my leg out like this for balance, because then he'll put his leg in or he'll put his arm in. So if he bumps, or just let's say you lift your hips up, I wanna see how I keep my feet connected to my teammate. I don't wanna have my feet staying on the mat, because now if he turns and shrimps, he's gonna create space. Shrimp. He's gonna create space. Okay, so I need to always make sure my feet are connected to my teammate. Okay, let me turn this way. Now, what we did was, now that I'm on mount, my teammate, he locks his hands together. When someone if his hands were not locked together, I would just choose an arm and I would go and attack the Americana. But my teammate locked his hands together. So what I'm gonna do is I crisscross my hands. This way, no matter which direction he goes, I have the opportunity to put his hand on the mat. So if he tries to bump and roll, look, I'll just pin his hand to the mat, drop my elbow, and then I go for my Americana. Even if he held on to his hand, I would still be able to get the Americana from here. So now let's say I did that same thing. He bumps that direction, but now he stays on his side, really like focused on protecting the hand. Or let's say I was going for the submission and he reaches across to protect his hand and I don't feel I can get it. In this instance, we're gonna attack the top arm. So it's an Americana armbar combination. So I'm gonna release my arm, put all my weight on his bottom arm so he can't move. Now I go to my S mount, which is I bring my knee behind his head, bring this leg in towards him, and then now I can go for my arm bars, whether it's leaning over the stomach or pushing the face down to throw my leg over for the arm bar. And then we did a fun little break here. What we did is the break that works for everybody. The hand that's over the face, I shoot the arm through, close to his knuckles, not his elbow. And then my other hand, you can either bring your elbow in front or slide your hand from behind and then lock your hands together. Hold your hands together. And now what I'm doing, I'm twisting his hand and then breaking it while I lean back for my arm bar, okay? So the main thing to pick up here is whenever you're on mount, always keep your feet connected to your teammate. Crisscross your feet behind their bottom if you want, pinching it in. And then we talked about Americana, which we all know from our previous video, transitioning to Americana and then arm bar.